SEC Gymnastics Championships, fans of all ages enjoying the performances today. Of course, the Arkansas Razorbacks are the home team. We will see them in this rotation, the second rotation. And here's the lineup, Lori.
So Arkansas's on the vault for Auburn. They've improved their consistency on bars this year. LSU, the beam will be a critical event for them. And for Alabama, who's a young team, they will be able to dance away some of those early jitters.
This is Kristi Esposito from outside of New Orleans. She will compete for the LSU Tigers, hopefully get them off to a better start here in this second rotation, Lori.
LSU hit 6 bar routines, but they just weren't as sharp as they need to be competitive at this point in the competition. 2 back handsprings to a layout, solid tumble series for Kristi. Now Kristi was second on beam at the 05 National Championships competing for Nebraska. She then transferred back to her home state of Louisiana to compete for LSU, but had to sit out a year. Now she's starting to get back into that championship form, showing some of the confidence that she showed early in her career at Nebraska.
You would think it was an easy transition for Kristi. She's an All-American, academic All-American.
Front aerial, solid. Kristi has a big dismount planned. You'll see Coach Bob Moore stepping in for this E-level dismount. Not a problem. Double back, 1 step on the landing, but a solid start for LSU. That's what they need right now. Here's the dismount. It's a round-off double back. It's been upgraded in the collegiate system to an E-level skill. She gets 2/10 a bonus right there, and a smile on her face shows you that she is proud.
A 9.85 over Kristi Esposito of the LSU Tigers. And this is what the home crowd has been waiting for, their first look at the Arkansas Gymbacks.
Here's freshman Kassi Magee performing Yurchenko half front layout, and she lands it. The weight was well worth it. Huge start for Arkansas. This is the kind of vault you dream of in a meet like this. Let's take a look. Good strong block. You can actually see the table rock. The position in the air was fully laid out, and she nails the landing.
A 9.85 for Kassi Magee. And here's a look at the Auburn junior, Aimee Goheen, on bars.
Auburn has been struggling with depth after several of their key athletes have gone down recently with injuries. Aimee herself is coming back from one, and this is only her 4th meet back in competition. Half to eagle grip giants. Nice extension there. She'll half out right on top. Well done into the dismount, double back. Tries to hold on to the landing. Possibly a 1/2-tenth deduction for that step.
Auburn a big underdog in this event, but still ranked 17th in the country.
And the ultimate goal for Auburn is to qualify a full team to the national championships. But because of the injuries here, they were concerned whether or not they were going to field a full team. And Aimee comes through big when the chips are down for Auburn.
You see the score, 9.725. As we take our first look at the University of Alabama and Kassi Price, one of the best all-arounders in the country, on floor.
A great starting event for Alabama. They are strong on the floor exercise, and when you're talking about competing with a young team, it's a good event because nerves don't often play a factor on floor, and it'll mean that their legs will be strong and fresh. Opening pass for Kassi is a triple full. Well done. Kassi competed in the all-around earlier in the season, but then was suffering from a stress reaction, very painful injury in her leg. So head coach Sarah Patterson decided to rest her on this event to keep her healthy and fresh for the championship portion of the season right now.
It's got an upbeat rhythm to it. I like the style of this performance.
Combination of jumps, cat double to a cat 1.5. She'll gain bonus points for that. Third and final tumbling pass coming up now. She has not been competing on floor very often. Endurance could be a problem. Not here, finishing with a strong double pike. Great start for this competition for Alabama. 3 explosive tumbling passes for Kassi, and she showed a variety of skills. Her opening pass was a twisting element, a triple twist. The judges want to see all 3 twists fully completed. Let's take a look here. 1, 2, 3, a little bit slightly under-rotated, but remember, when it's in fast motion, it is so difficult for these judges to see it.
High fives galore for Kassi Price, a 9.875. There's Arkansas co-head coach Mark Cook. This is the first time the SEC championships have been in Alltel Arena, and they're excited to be the host.
As a coaching body in the SEC, all of us, we've had these meetings every year, and we've talked about trying to spread this championship around the SEC. And it's just been kind of difficult trying to find different venues. And we came up with the Alltel Arena, and they were so gracious to, work with us as far as getting this venue for this competition. So getting it in some different areas of the country, or even within the SEC, is kind of nice, because it helps build the fan bases of the different programs, brings it to the home crowds, and just makes it even more exciting.
Hosting an SEC championships will definitely be a boost for this young Arkansas program. Now up on vault, a freshman, Stout, who earlier this season set a school record on this event, a Yurchenko layout full. Excellent job, beautiful height and explosiveness off of that table.
A national vaulting champion in the Junior Olympics.
Now Arkansas does have a growing fan base, and that was helped by last year. They qualified a full team to the national championships for the first time, and their program's only been in existence for 4 years.
A 9.85 for Stout. The crowd is into it. Last year's SEC Gymnast of the Year, Julie Dwyer, is up next. Welcome back to Alltel Arena, the 2007 SEC Gymnastics Championships. You can see the crowd is into it, and Julie Dwyer, she is ready for her performance on bars.
And you mentioned it, she was last year's SEC Gymnast of the Year, and this year her gymnastics is even better, and once again she is the rock of this Auburn team.
Of course, she was the SEC Freshman of the Year in her first campaign with the team.
Julie has quite a career going. Combination of her Tkachev straddle back to handstand on the low bar. See head coach Jeff Thompson stepping in for the difficult skills just in case. Excellent job finishing with a double layout, a solid clean routine.
Julie Dwyer gets a hug from her coach as we take a look at the replay.
Not a huge amount of difficulty in this routine, but she meets the requirements. A little shy on a couple of her handstands, and that will hold her back from getting those 9.9s and 9.95s.
But she does come up with a 9.5 for Kelly Phelan. How about Alabama's Morgan Dennis, freshman from West Hampton, New Jersey, with her floor routine?
Morgan is tied for 4th in the country on this exercise. She has scored as high as a 9.975, and boy, can she tumble. So powerful, stepping into the footsteps of other Alabama powerful tumblers like Ashleigh Miles and Andrea Pickens, opening with a huge double layout. Excellent job. Little change up in the music, and we'll see a change up in the tumbling here. Showing more difficulty, another E-level skill. It's a full in, back out, and a solid landing.
You could make an argument, Lori, that if you win the SEC championship, you are in line to win a national championship. There are so many great teams here at this event.
Many say that this competition is a mini national championships. And think about the experience, the competitive experience that these athletes get, and that helps prepare them as they head to the national championships in just a month.
Of course, the top 4 teams in the country are here in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and LSU.
Final tumbling pass for freshman Morgan Dennis. Big difficulty here as well. Front through to a double back. Another pretty good landing. Great routine. Some of the biggest difficulty in this competition so far.
High fives for Morgan Dennis as we take a look one more time
Opening pass was an E-level skill, the double layout, one of the most difficult things that you can do in gymnastics, and Morgan makes it look easy. The height is just incredible.
A 9.925 from Morgan Dennis. Ashleigh Clare-Kearney, the top all-arounder in the country. You saw her top beam score this season.
LSU already counting a fall. They cannot give up any more here on the balance beam. Switch leap to a tuck full, solid. Ashleigh has had such a tremendous year so far. As a freshman, she only competed a couple of events. Then as a sophomore, she broke her ankle in the first competition and had to sit on the sidelines for the rest of the year. And now she comes back, and heading into these SEC championships, she's ranked #1 in the country in the all-around. She said it was quite motivating to sit on the sidelines at last year's SEC championships and not be able to do anything. And now all of a sudden she finds herself in a position to do some great things for this LSU team.
And they need her right here, as they didn't perform too well in the first rotation. They need to jumpstart in this second rotation.
Dismount, gainer pike to the end. No wobble, solid. Ashleigh gets the job done. Let's take a look at one of the requirements. 2 leaps or jumps connected, a switch leap. She gets the 180-degree split into a tuck full. A twisting jump is very difficult on the balance beam.
And that'll wrap up rotation 2. LSU is the only team that has completed 2 events.
Alabama had a strong showing on floor for LSU. They didn't get the score that they'd hoped for.
Rotation 3 is up next.